it's James from Finney Electrical, and on today's video we're back at this house doing the kitchen electric. So coming to shout outs for this week, we've got a shout out for Karen Heppel, so cheers for commenting on the videos over the past few weeks, so I really appreciate their support. So if you guys want a shout out, all you need to do is comment in the video below and comment in the live chat on a Sunday evening at 8 PM. So let's get into this. So here we are, so this is the artist impression, so you saw this last time. So if we look up here, this is the Arga side, so we're going to have some under cabinet lights under here, under there, a few lights under here. So you get to see kind of how they're done. So that's that. What else we got? That's it from a different angle. So as you can see, we've got sink over here, little dishwasher here, and a few sockets dotted about. And that's another angle. So let's go see how they've done. Look at that. All the units are in. Arga's in. All this side's in. So I think they had an issue with the worktops. They're going to be put on later, so you won't be able to see them in place. Same again. They've got to come back and put the cupboard doors on and this canopy, top canopy thing. So, I'll show you what we're going to be doing today. So for the lighting, as you saw from the last video, I've got the 3-gang switch behind my head. So what that does is switch on these spots. So we wired in the 4 spots above my head. It switches on the pendant above my head. So the customer hasn't bought that yet, so you won't get to see that. So we'll just leave that as for now. And then we've got the under cabinet lights. So there's LED strip going in here, and LED strip going in the other side, and 2 lights in the canopy. And as far as the appliances, so they've had a little rejig, so we were going to put all the appliance isolation in the back of here, but they've decided to put this little trolley thing in there, so that's not going to work. So what we'll have to do is get the cables to this side, and in the back of here, there'll be the isolation for the Arga, so it'll be a big 45 amp switch, and there'll be the isolation for the extractor fan. As far as power, we've got socket here, socket there, got a socket there to second fix. If you remember last time on the video, this was a nightmare here, but all that's been cleaned up nicely. We've got a socket to put in here, socket, and there's just one appliance to power up. So we've got cable sticking out. So what we'll do is bring a socket to the back of here, and then this dishwasher will plug in there. So first job we'll do is the spotlights. So there's 4 spotlights going in here. So Hayden decided to do one earlier, so he decided just to whip one out. There we go. So he's done that one already, so what we'll do is get these second fixed and then we'll try them out. So these are the downlights we're putting in. So it's the CONNET downlights, so if you have a look at that, 6-watt CONNET. So these are dimmable, and they come with like a magnetic cover, which is pretty cool. So I'll just show you that. So let's tip this little guy out. There we go, that's a bit easier. So these are magnetic little cover. So you can get these in different colours, like black, shiny chrome, brush chrome. It comes with a brush chrome. So literally you fit your fitting and that just clips on like a magnet. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? So what we're going to do to make things interesting, me and Hayden will have a little race, so let's see who's going to win. So let's get into this. Right then, so let the race commence. So what you do is strip 2 fingers like this. So 1, 2, have a look. 1, 2. Say your neutrals, then I like to do this little bendy thing. Like so, cut across. Oh, it's a race, isn't it? Hang on. Get my sleeving on. Drop my sleeving down to length. I might be getting shown up by Hayden today. So, neutral in, live in. Spin so the camera can see. There we go. That's one in. Neutral. Live. Again for the camera, just offer them in, live, neutral, give them a wiggle, and what you want to do is a tub test, so I'm going to push all these in, make sure they're all in, and give it a little tub test, make sure they don't fall out, and finally a little cap, so that's fobs on like that. Let's just separate these, little cap on. Done. So you do is just give it a little pinch, so we can just turn the camera a bit. It should hold it sealing like that. How you doing, Hayden? Magnetic cover. Spot on. You're not far behind, let's see how he's doing. too bad. He's not done bad though. And he's finished, look at that. So that's his downlighting. Well done, Hayden. So we'll get that bobbed up. Look at that top apprentice. That's his little magnetic bezel thing. So all he has to do is clip the sides in, check for any wood, and his thing's popped out. Right then, we'll come back to you when he's finished. So that's those downlights up. So let's give him a switcher on. So there we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. So you can't tell because there's loads of light coming out the window, but they're looking brilliant now. So I can't wait to see them at night. So I'll have to get customer send us a picture of it, but they look brilliant. There we go, we've got a piece cut to length already. So what we've done is just offered it up. It comes on a big roll. So we've offered it up, and that goes, there's going to be like a trim that goes around it here, you see. So what I'm going to do is start it here, stick it along, obviously measure it at middle, then when it gets to end, we'll get his cable extended onto that. It's going to run up to the top, connect into a little box called a driver, and you see those cables up there, they'll power up the driver, and then when you flick the switch, those cables will come liven up the driver, and the LED strip will kick on. So we've got LED strip for there, and we've got LED strip for this end. So there's a cable up there, which will obviously do the same thing. So that'll power up that box, cables will come down, stick underneath, jobs are good. And so first thing we'll do is set up his little stand. So it just comes out in two parts. There we go. Get this screwed on. So it's not the best kit really. We're not the best at soldering, but this kind of works for us. There we go. Beautiful. So that's set up then. So next we just need to plug in a soldering iron. So it's plugged in. It's tightened up first. You won't be able to do that obviously when it's on, it'll be too hot to hold. So get him plugged in, leave him there to heat up. So I just banged this on the 350 setting, if you can see that. If you can see it, but anyway it says 350. It won't focus, but we'll just leave that there to heat up. So we haven't got any bell wire, so what we're going to have to do is use some alarm cable. So all we do is just clip the LED strip in here into this little, it's called solder mate, so they're really good. So you just clip it in, it keeps it nice and steady, and yeah, I burnt it when I did my last one. I left me soldering iron, it just caught it a bit and it melted it on. But yeah, you basically put your LED strip in one side, and then you just bring your alarm cable into here, and then all you need to do is just pick the pairs you're using on your alarm cable. You need to tin your end, so you tin here, so you just get a bit of solder, heat it up, and then just dab it on here and it'll create a little ball. And then you tin your actual little strands. Same again for the negative, and then all you do is just heat it up together and it should just bond. So we'll strip this cable first. So that's this cable stripped. So all we'll do is just get the cores stripped as well. There we go. Then we're just going to pick the cores we're going to actually be using. So I've used red, yellow, blue as positive, and then we've got green, white and black as negative. So first we're just going to tin his ends. So we're just going to heat it up, touch your solder on here, and basically it will just tin the ends. So you'll get a bit of solder on top of here like that. So that's the ends nice and tinned. So what we'll do next is just tin the LED strip. So all we're going to do is just heat up these pads. So you just heat up one of these pads here, and then you just put a bit of solder on that. So that's one. So heat it up maybe for 3 seconds, and then just put your solder on here like that. No, that's two. That's how you tin your ends there. So now I'm going to attach them both together. So we just heat them up like so. As soon as it melts, blow on it. There we go. That's one done. Let's get this second one done now. So that's his little connection done. So what I do is just put a bit of white tape on, but you won't see any of that. Because basically once this is up here, all that I'll just hide up the back, so you won't even see any of that. So there we go. Let's get this stuck up now. So there we go, that's nicely stuck on now. So we've left gap there for there's like a little trim to go on, which hangs down to about here. So that'll fit on there, kick across here, and then there's like a little end piece, like a filler gap that the join's got to put on. So you won't see any of that. So next little step to do is just to seal it in. So what I do is just get a bit of clear silicone, and we'll just do a bead all the way along one side, other side, then just get a wet wipe and just clear off the excess kind of sealant, and that'll never fall down and that'll look perfect. Right, so here's your 2 cables coming in, so that's your in from your switch, so if you turn your switch on that'll come live, and that's the one going out, so that goes out to here, and then from there it goes to there. So there's also a cabinet light going in here, so we'll have to drill a hole, 74mm hole there, get your little light in there, and that'll shine through a glass cabinet nicely. So what we'll have to do is just make one kind of big connection, so there'll be these 2 together, there'll be a cable going to your downlight, and then there'll be another cable going to your driver. So we'll explain what your driver is and then we'll get it all lined up. So this is the driver, so it's a 75 watt driver. Now this is a bit overkill for 1.5 meters. Obviously it's only 4.8 watt per meter for this strip. So we could have got away with the smallest one, which is a 30 watt driver, but this is all they had in stock, so they'd run out. So what we'll do is just wire live and neutral in there, so we'll have to get a tail from there up to its connection, and then just pause and neg in here, and we'll see if that comes on. We'll test to see if that works. Have a look. There we go, that's working perfectly. So we'll have to check it before we seal it fully in. So what we'll do is, obviously we've just done a temporary connection, but what we'll have to do is do that little joint there, obviously get his light in there. There's 2 lights to go in here, 1 light in the end for that glass cabinet. Hayden's doing the exact same thing, so that strip will come on, and then we should be done for lighting in here. Okay, so we've got these powered up now. So we've got a light in there for the cabinet, we've got the under cabinet strip there, 2 there for the canopy. What else we've got? Light in the end for the glass cabinet and some LED strip under there, so that's looking brilliant. So what we've had to do with the lighting for here, so this is a little get out of jail free card, this little blue click. So if you notice here, when we unplug that, it fills that. So the joiner wants to lift this off and move it higher and then fit that top piece on, which will have size to it and look a bit nicer than just that. So what he's going to do is obviously just unplug them, move what he needs to do and plug them back in. And it's same again for extractor. So what we'll do is attach this blue click plug, it's called click flow. So attach that onto there and then attach the plug end onto the actual extractor. So all they have to do is just plug it in. So gets us out having to come back, so that's how we kind of do things. Just have a quick tidy up and then we're on to the sockets then. So we've got a socket there, 4 around here, and it's just a socket down there for that appliance, and then a socket down here and the isolation for the Aga, and that'll be all the appliance powered up. There we go, nice and tidy. So we're going to leave Hayden down here just a second fixing the sockets. What he's going to do is get his multi-tool out and just tidy up these edges and get his sockets screwed back. Like I said, there's a few to do around here, so when we come back hopefully all these will be done. Look at that little family butchers there. You sweated? That's how you're doing then in there. See how far it's got then. So I've been gone for about 20 minutes or so. Oh, he's got 2 sockets done, so he's cleaned out his box. Got that wired. Let's do a bit of quality check. So neutrals. Perfect then, to be fair. Earths. Look at that. Solid. Well done, lad. Well done. Oh, we got a 3rd one done. My bad. 3rd one, and he started on his 4th, so top job. So we'll carry on those after his munch. Look at this. Life of Riley. Enjoying yourself, lad, in the sun. So I got a nice hot roast beef with gravy. Look at that base. That is decent, isn't it? And you got some, was it butcher's pork sausage sandwich? Oh yeah. Can of Coke, and brew. Been top munch. That were beautiful, that. Right then, let's get back into this. Right then, so we've got these 2 to put in the back of the cupboards. So the way it's going to go, if it'll reach, there'll be one going like that, one going like that. Oh, that's the next one going wrong, and then that'll butt up to there like that. So what we're going to do is actually pass that up to the top of the cupboard. So to do that, it's not the biggest cupboard to work in. So I do is just put a line across the top, and just bob that out of the way. Now we can see his line there. So all we do is just mount his boxes up to that. We'll get that mounted there, double socket next to it, and then we'll send through a big 74mm hole through the bottom half of this. So there'll be a 74mm hole through here, big enough for the plug tops to pass through, with 2 cables to power your socket, and that's it really. So let's crack on with it. That's those cut out and the cables pass through, so that'll go into your socket. You've got to get the cable through, which does the extractor, get a plug top on that and plug it in. And then we've got this big 6mm like heat resistive flex from the Aga, and then we've got some 6mm there which will power up when we connect into the fuse board. So there we go. So what we'll do is get it second fixed, get your boxer screwed back, and then that'll be this bit done. And that's the shelf back in. Look at that, beautiful. And that's the extractor in, so look at that, looking good. Alright, that's all tidy now, so I'll show you the appliances. So I've got them powered up there like you just saw. What else we got? Hayden's just done his, so that's the dishwasher, so that's all sorted. So we've got that to screw back, obviously sockets, and sockets, that's everything sorted. We've got like an angry bee trying to get us as well. That's us done down here, so we've got the Aga powered up, we've got the extractor powered up, that's all ready for Nick to fasten onto. We've got the dishwasher powered up and all the sockets. So we've also got the lighting sorted, so let's have a look. So we've got one switch which does this nice feature lighting. So we've got the cabinet lights and the big glass shelves in there, so fortunately we can't see that today. It also does the other side in the undercabs and the little canopy lights. So we've got another one that does, what's that one doing? That's doing your spotlights, so that pings on them. And then your final one just does your pendant light, which we haven't got yet. But yeah, we'll have to get a few pictures on Instagram if you follow me on that. So if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you know when we next upload. As always, have a good one from me, and I'll see you on the next one.